Hello everyone, welcome back to EU4, where we continue our Philippine Tiger playthrough. The last episode was the first episode. In that episode, we pursued all of our wonderful, majestic opening moves and really let the game run for 10 years as we did this. So peasants are getting uppity. Well, that is frustrating. I don't want to lose any of that. We'll take the legitimacy hit. And they can just get mad at us for the time being. Don't want to burn any of that admin power. Let's recall the diplomat there. Need to find a new person to improve our relations with. Daviet is a good target. They don't like us that much. They'll eventually like us. But they don't care for us, and I don't really blame them. We're one province minor, even though we are highly developed. Highly developed. There is coal here. That is just wonderful. Alright, so 97 is the magic number. We'll be able to do a dev and an admin, dev click on admin and diplo pretty much at the same time. I think that's fair. Fair to say that at least. It is Christmas Eve, so a real early Merry Christmas to all of y'all. I hope that Christmas Day is wonderful. I know my kids are looking forward to it. At least the oldest. I don't know about the youngest. He probably can't really ascertain what's going on except for he gets new vehicles to push around the house. But my oldest, she absolutely loves it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our favor count. Oh, we don't really want to do that. That's what I want. So 6 with Tondo. Assuming we're probably going to have 6 with you. Oh no. Alright, so this is where this gets a little more challenging. 7 and 6. Alright. Okay, so we have taken a stab hit. We'll go ahead and take a royal marriage from them. How much is this going to cost? That is downright painful. Now, we do have a regency, and from a military perspective, she's a lot better. Unfortunately, the child is atrocious, and we're not going to be able to get rid of him. Well, that is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do our clicks. And I think I don't mind doing one military click. And the reason I say that, we gotta pick a new personal deity. And I think we will continue to go with trade efficiency. Yep, that's a downright good one. We will have to burn admin. And we need to burn admin. We need to get our stab back up. -1 stability hurts things a little bit. Although not as bad as one might think. Is there someone that we need to get? No, we still got a royal marriage there. So we're good, as we should have a royal marriage there. But we've got to get that 100. And I really hate that we have to boost stab, because that's a rather unfortunate event, although We get her regency, I want to say, for 7 years. So the bump in the power gain there is actually pretty good. However, long term it's really not as good as it should be. The vast and endless sea. Hey, there we go. We now have a surplus of sailors, which means, real simply, that we'll eventually start building boats. Eventually. Alright, we can go ahead and bump our stab back up to 0. It's always weird when you hear noises in the house. Always weird. Always weirds me out. I'm going to chalk that up to the cat. In fact, I'm going to pause the game. Figure this out. Alright, that was the cat. This ungodly fear. Alright, let's... Are you dive yet? Nope, you are dive yet. Alright, so who's the next one on the list? Oh, Malwa? Sure, yeah. Malwa looks like a good candidate. Do you think we can hit that up? How are we doing on the mill tech? Getting close. Yep, it's the cat checking out the Christmas presents. That's pretty funny, actually. I don't want to burn that. As much as I do want to burn it, I don't want to burn it. Oh my goodness. Alright. So we're at 74%, basically. And favor-wise, still 7. 9 favors. Wow. We really got lucky there on the favor RNG with these guys. Okay. May we'll be able to enact our next government reform, and we're going to get close to embracing the Renaissance, I think, by the end of this episode. And we'll be able to take Miltech, which is a beautiful thing. Which gives us access to new troops. So there we have that. We've got that going for us. We'll recruit a general. Well, no, we're not going to recruit a general. We're going to wait for the kid. And we are going to actually take noble privileges because we're going to need the manpower. 7 out of 7. Oh, come on for everything that is holy and pure. Advancement of that caste. Okay, well, good for them. The Brahmins are exerting their dominance. They have the most influence right now, even though they're really not that influential in the grand scheme of things. Alright, that puts us at 79. Making 2 ducats. Still, oh man, that's unfortunate. Okay. We're gonna come close. We are gonna make this happen. He's 11 now. He is horrible. Horrible. Smugglers running rampant. Yep. I'll fork over that money. I hate to lose the ducats, but we will fork that over. Primarily because we'll make that back in less than a year. Right now. We could run another advisor, but I just think I want the money. I always want the money. Alright, so I believe we're fairly ahead of time on tech, which means we will do this. We will do a military click, which means that I can build another boat. We need to do that. We need more boats. Need more boats. So they're no longer a valid rival, which is really fine by me. I'm just ready to be able to call y'all into war. Should it come to that. It very well may not. This may be one of those games that plays into colonize, 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 but that's kind of to be determined. I know one thing, we're going to need a much better king if that's to happen. Because, dear Lord, we are struggling, so 2 more clicks, which will come in the form of, I hate to burn that mill. We'll just see. 2 more clicks. 2 more and the Renaissance is ours. With all the money in the world. We're making 2 1/4 a month. That's, I mean, that's really not bad. That can support a colony. Can't support 2, but it can support 1. Without bankrupting us. And that also includes us running an advisor. I mean, like right now, 9 military power. In fact, yeah, we're gonna burn that mill. That's gonna be our 2nd click. We'll hold on to the Diplo. Alright, so 124 is the magic number, which we'll hit in 2 months. Alright, we have that extra boat, of which, let me select it, there we go. Send you to the Philippines. And there's that click. And so 129 becomes the new magic number, which we'll have in 2 months. And we can say, hello, Renaissance. You're absolutely beautiful. And I think that's what we will say. Still don't have the favors. At least I don't think we have the favors. But we do have the dev, which means we can embrace the Renaissance. And part 1 of everything that we're looking to do is done. How many favors do I have with you? 8. 8. Boo. Alright, how old's the kid? The kid is now 13. Ready for him. Great advisor died. Uh-oh. Okay, so the question becomes, I think we pick up an admin advisor. And the inflation reduction actually sounds like a good idea, because we're sitting at 1% inflation. And we're going to start shifting towards admin power increase, because we're going to need to take tech. big time. Alright, so what to do with you two? I think we recall both of you. And we say, make friends with our allies, please. I think that's the right thing to do. Let's go ahead and get 2 automats going on that. They're going to do their thing. Said we'll continue to monitor this. No telling what will come out of it, but hopefully some good things. So 9, yeah, we can build another bark, which is really quite beautiful. Keep making that money. Sweet ducats, beautiful ducats. And now we just wait. Wait for the right time to go to war, which is really going to hinge on when we get these favors. 9. What about you, Tondo? Are you sitting at 9? Yeah. That is rather good. Rather good indeed. Next favor. January, so about 1.5 years out. That's not terrible. It may present us with the opportunity to go to war. It would be a good war for us. Can we build any more military? We can. Let's go ahead and pop that out. Ooh, are you at war with someone? Kutai would not answer. Now that is... Ooh, you've got rebels. That's what happened. I still don't like that war. It's lopsided. It's lopsided largely in the fact that we're not going to have the Navy to cut them down the size. But let's watch that, because that is just something fiercely spectacular. Although they should be able to beat them. I just know these guys aren't going to help out worth a flip. And this, to me, is the much more advantageous war. But alright, so he has ascended. And oh boy, what to do with you. Just for kicks and giggles, we're going to actually take this. Because I do believe we're going to be converting something. And we're actually going to turn you into a military ruler. He is relatively useless with the exception of being a 0600. So in the shock phase he is quite devastating, but he needs to get married. Let's see what happens. No legal heir. What happens upon your death? That's not the worst thing in the world. He's kind-hearted. Oh, sweet Lord. Help us now. Alright, let's check time, because I'm pretty sure we're at time. No, we're actually not, surprisingly. We still got a minute. Alright, let's keep barreling down, because, gracious, I really would like to get my favors with y'all. January. Can we make it to January? I think we will. We'll make it to January and then we'll do an assessment. They don't have the army to take out the rebels though. Oh my goodness. I would much rather fight this war because I can essentially gobble up 4 provinces, which to me is just lovely. We probably want to pay our army though. I hear that's a good idea. It does hurt that, but what it does is it gives us the ability to drill them. And I like the prospect of drilling. I find it so funny that he's a 0600. He's gonna throw. Ooh. Boy, do they have problems. Would they even answer the call? They would. Alright, let's not get distracted. I'm reminding myself, don't get distracted here. If we could... Like I said, this is an unbelievably fascinating war. We could bring in... Wow. Alright, so if we were smart about this and marched these guys all the way down here, we can knock out Bhutan. But here's the kicker. I think the right war is going to be the war that we declare on them. Because it loops in everybody that we need to fight. And we have an heir who's a 601. Not great. But gosh, that queen is beautiful at a 663. That's fine though. Is he going to break to rebels? He very well may. Yep, he did. Yep, and he became animist. We can build a level 2 fort in our capital. It's January. We should have our favor. Did we get our favors? Nope. Yeah, we'll take the mercantilism hit. How do we not? Oh, good gravy. 10 favors. 9 favors. Well, does that affect anything here? They're not going to answer that call to war, which is really kind of sad. What does this war look like? I think if we're going to call this war, we need to go ahead and start prepping for it, which means we're going to stop drilling. And we'll do that in the next episode. So we're going to try this out. It could be a colossal problem for us, but I'm hoping it's not going to be one. So let's send all of our navies back here. We'll be getting an admiral, and we will deal with that in the next episode. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to hit that like or subscribe button. If you're not, I will catch y'all in the next episode. Be good.